Welcome to this series where we are taking a look at the 1.13 update for Empyrion Galactic Survival, and we're starting on my capital vessel, and I want to start with a little bit of a recap. In the last part we basically completed all the main missions associated with Eleon, and we've now got a recommendation to go to the Kasodra system here. And I've been thinking a little bit about the way forward off camera, because my initial reaction was to spend a bit more time in the Eleon system and build a miner. And what I've done since then, I've gone through the workshop looking for versions of the auger. And to be honest, most of them seem to be related to Reforged Eden or Reforged Eden 2 and various other variants. So what I've done is, if I come into here, what you'll see is I've now got this Auger Mark S SH. Now the SH means that what I've done is I went into creative mode. You can see that from the picture. And what I did is take out the two plasma cannons that were on this for two reasons. One, to be able to get the number of resources down, because the plasma cannons really pushed up the rare elements. And second, that when I loaded it into creative mode, it was actually over the CPU status. So the plan is to actually work to collect the resources to be able to bring in the Auger Mark S SH in. Now, before any of you guys post a comment, as usual, big thank you for your comments and feedback. I will not be publishing this to the public workshop, simply because it's not really my creation. I mean, it's the actual name of the ship in the workshop is Auger Mark 5 S, and it's for the vanilla game. And all I did quite literally was just go into creative mode, remove the two plasma cannons, and then just uploaded it to here. So I'm not going to publish this to the workshop. If you want to do this, that's all you got to do, guys. It doesn't take 5 minutes to be able to do it. What we're going to be doing is we are going to move on to see if we can keep following the main mission, and at the same time start to possibly collect the resources for that auger, because we need that. Now, before we move on, I just want to show you here. We got anything here? We got some veggies which have grown up. So the farm is going quite well. We've got some fruit here as well, which has grown up as well, and that can go into the fridge like that. And just to show you the input, you see I've got some saphium, although saphium's not a problem because we got loads of saphium plates, which in fact what we can do, if I go into here, add this to the add to factory, and you can see we've already got now all the titanium plates we need. We don't need saphium ingots, so all we need is carbon substrate, copper, iron, got already there. Cobalt, the big challenge 3 are going to be cobalt, estrum and zirconium. And if we go back to here, you can see we've got where is it? We've got 70 estrum. Cobalt is going to be a bit of a challenge, and then of course we got the zirconium. So we got iron ingots and all that, but that can all get chucked in as we go along. So that out the way. Whoops, what am I doing? I'm in the middle of the forest. We're going to go up, jump into the ship, and we're going to warp to the Kasodra system and see if we can move on with the main mission. If you're wondering about the current system, there is one planet here, can't remember what it's called now, which is a barren metal moon, which we could go to get some estrum and zirconium. But to be honest, I feel more comfortable just moving on with the main mission and see if we can actually get things there. So we're going to go there, we're going to lock the target, and hopefully we got enough pentaxid to go to the system. Let's see how many. Well, it's only 2.4 light years, so it's not Not like it's very far. Build up to speed. Zap the button, the K button. There's a system, an unpredictable radiation monster. It's a good thing about it. The radiation will conceal your ship until you land on a planet. The secret base is located on Wastral. Okay. See, this has got some in here. We got any cobalt, magnesium? Got some estrum in there. A little bit of estrum in there. Not seeing any zirconium. Anyway, we're going to go to Wastral and see what's actually there. Okay, the secret base is located on Wastral. I've sent you a faked ship signature. Use it when you land on the planet and you won't be detected. I hope you do not waste the time. Find the communications. Right, first thing we're gonna do is ping out search, and we're gonna see what's actually in this system. Brain's faded. Map. So it's saying we've got a cobalt, neo, and all that. I'm very tempted to investigate some of this. What we got. Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to. It's saying as we land on the atmosphere, but it's saying we're not detected. So what I'm going to do is fly around here and see if I can find the asteroids. We got one right in front of us. We couldn't be that lucky, could we? So we're going to fly towards this one. Oh, we got something down there which seems to be moving. But if we can find a key resource here, that would be very, very useful. Even if I have to hand mine it. Right, we got a cobalt asteroid. We certainly want you. So head for the cobalt asteroid. Mine this out. Everything's very, very yucky green, which makes it a little bit difficult to see what we've got. Just gonna level the ship off. Turn the thrusters off. We'll be here for a little while. How many charges have I got? I've got 12. It should be enough. Oops. Oh, there's some cobalt just here, so I'm going to talk to you. And what I'm going to do, guys, is we're going to mine out some cobalt, and I'll be right back once I've actually got enough to be going on with. Okay, welcome back. Just to show you, I'll be refining the cobalt ore at the same time. So we've got 776 cobalt ore. So if I come to the blueprint here, I'm not going to put all 766 in. I'm going to put about 194 in, because we may drop into here other stuff that may have cobalt in it. If we do some scrapping to get some zirconium and stuff like that, so we got a little bit of. That's going to offend me. So just to see, I've mined out quite a lot. So I think that's enough to be going on with. Plus my fingers starting to hurt a little bit. It's always the downside of when you mine by hand, but holding the mouse button down does tend to kind of get to you after a while. So we're just going to get into here, put the gun away, and we're just going to put the thrusters back on. So that gives us the cobalt. Gonna need some food actually. Let me just see. Oh, I think the burgers are in the MX5. Where just eat a burger. We've got some. Now, what other resources? We've got some Neo, but I don't think we actually need Neo for the. Let's have a quick look. Oh, we need 100 neodymium, but I think we've got pretty close to that already, haven't we? Just see. Where's the Neo? Yeah, we've already got more than enough Neo, so what we're going to do is head for the planet and go and see what mischief we can get into. Okay, so here we are. We're just breaking through the atmosphere. There's a comm array. It seems we are still undetected. I've marked the location on your HUD. Now, I've got a feeling that this is going to be interesting. It's just, oh yeah, we got a radioactive planet. Where are we? It's pretty big. We've got estrum on it. We've got copper. We've got some aluminium. That'd be quite decent. We've got 11 promethium and some pentexid. So it's certainly going to be worth exploring this planet. So what we got to do now? How far away is the comm array? Is 9 kilometers in that direction. So we're just going to go in that direction. See if we can pick up any resources on the way through as well. I mean, I could probably do with a little bit more iron ore, but we've got loads of steel plates. Generally, I don't like mining iron. It's well, it's a bit pointless, to be honest, because if you get somewhere where you can loot down, you can always how can you put it, kind of just get the steel plates from the blocks. And of course, if you're using the workshop, all you got to do is just haul out the blocks and then just shove them straight directly into the workshop, because that also reduces the manufacture time as well. Anyway, so we're just gonna head for here and see what we can find. Nope, still too far away. Oops. The ship's firing, so what are we firing at? Ah, we got a cobalt deposit. Okay, thank you, game. There's probably hostile creatures down on the ground or something like that that's causing the problems. Anyway, well, check out these 2 resources before we go to the comm array. Wow, keep crashing. Well, we got a small promethium deposit. I certainly want that. We're not going to pass that up, because that's fuel. So, oops, 100. Get ship runs. Trouble with big capital vessels is they can be a bit tricky to load. But what we can do is we'll just dump the ship there. It's we're at a little bit of an odd angle, but that's okay. What we'll do is we're see what the radiation outside is like. It's because we are at Luxorts. Yep. This is where the MX5 comes into its own. But so if we can get in amongst the trees here. I wonder if they've increased the range of the, what we call it, the Wi-Fi. You know, because I'm pretty sure that, because we're about 100. This is where luckily I've got the ore scanner with me, so one thing about this form of mining is that you can actually tend to get everything relatively quickly. That it. Still, downside is it kind of still tells you that just oops. Well, let's take it. There's another bit there. Sometimes if you get disorientated, you can't actually get everything that you want. And of course, this never tells you that it's empty because it can't. I think we've got everything here. So, right. Of course, we can get back into the ship like that. So that's a nice pickup. Oops. We're going to have to try and... The ship's not flat, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of shaky docking now. Bit further. Bit further. Okay, dust us off. Wow, we got well and truly cooked there. Don't think we've got any radiation protection. Does this reduce my radiation protection? No. But one thing we do have is a shower. Let's break that link for the moment. Considering how short a time we were actually outside the ship, you can see how difficult that would be if you were... Right, there's some more resources over here. We'll keep going for the resources that are within local range of the comm array, because I've got a feeling what the I've got a feeling if I can now if I remember correctly, whoops, if I remember correctly, the comm array will be part of a wider complex. So we'll see if we can check this resource out. Very small aluminium. I'm not sure if I really want aluminium just at the moment. Anyway, we're going to go and see what the comm array's got for us. I'm not really seeing anything on radar at the moment. Now, if you look very carefully amongst all the various little tags there, you'll see that there's other question marks. So what I'm going to do is go slightly towards the left, because I don't really want to fly over some base and get the CV shot up. Okay, we've got lots of resources in the area. So the comm array's there. Okay. Maybe I can stimulate. Maybe I can simulate a device failure to disable the comm array. If you find the maintenance access something, it would be conspicuous then destroying it. Basically, it's saying we've got to find the maintenance. The trees are gonna. I'm not seeing anything hostile here, so we're going to have. We can. Let's just kind of. Can I? Sometimes you can bash the trees out of the way. Sometimes you can't. I think that's part of a legacy of the past, because it was always an annoying factor that you'd have a. Oops. You'd have a massive capital vessel, and that capital vessel couldn't knock down a tree. Right. Okay, we're just gonna detach the MX5. Just put it slightly on the other side there. Because what this will do is give us a dual overwatch. If I can land. That game, can you please? Okay, we've got to find the entrance. Keep an eye out for the radiation levels. Okay, there's a friend, the drone in there. So let's use the lever. This should be enough for a while. There is a teleporter on the upper floor that's connected to the radar station. It would allow us to enter the main facility. Yeah. This is where life gets interesting. And if you've never done this before, guys, this is the point to actually drop a save. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to be a bit careful. Don't think there's any. There's the core. Nothing else in here. Right. Do a quick reload, and then we're gonna teleport in. Oh, isn't this familiar? Is the Xerax? Haha. One thing we have got is a health head station there. Now this is a pretty big what we call it. Oh. Yeah, this is a very big base, so we're not actually going to do this in a single part. What we'll probably be able to do is clear the top floor first. Yeah, okay, there's somebody else in there. There's a turret there. That's why I bought the... It's okay. Wait for it to recharge. Certainly take the sniper rifle. And... Oh, okay. Got an epic shotgun rifle. An epic assault shotgun. There's recoil, damage multi there. Current range 21 meters. 45 meters. 60 meters. Capacity 11, yeah. I think we're do a bit of a recce. There's the plaza. There's a turret over there. Yep. Reload. Magic. Too low. Shoot might. No. Top tip, make sure you stay healthy when you're doing this. Okay. Right. Medkit, I'll take that. You can go back through the teleporter, by the way, so you're not trapped. So this is a tier 2 multi-tool, yeah. And then over in this corner, another shotgun. The game's got a bit of a shotgun fixation, but I'm not going to say no. I think if I remember correctly, you go up to some kind of plaza here. So, game where actually I think what I might do is yeah. Okay. I don't know why I called this. I don't know what the proper name for this is. Some food, which could be quite useful because we didn't bring any food with us, but that's fine. Yeah, what you do is you can kind of look down from here. Got a pulse rifle, another shotgun. Yeah, I think maybe it's time to break out. Right, which way did we come? Came this way. So just go back one room. It pays to recce each room individually. Right, there's another turret over there. Okay. Which is just there. Got him. Game back, heal up. And eventually what we'll do is get to this room, but you want to clear this first, so reload to you. More food, which is going to be quite useful. Okay, there's some Xerax in there. Just okay. There's another turret in here, so we need to dispense with the turret first. Just make sure we're fully loaded. It's easy to get rid of the Xerax first, so just heal up there. Find the core room. Yeah, I can imagine where the core room actually is. I think we got a long way to go. Yeah. Oops, missed. Got it. Got some beans, tablets, salami, which we could probably we can eat the energy bar. Some milk. Oops. One thing I definitely need to do is get rid of the spawn pad. Always get rid of the spawn pads on principle. Burger. We're kind of filling up with food at the moment. Done that. One of those. Okay. I think what we can do now is we'll go back this way and we will bit suspicious, very, very suspicious. Got an armor locker, O2 station, and we got that room there. Okay, so this room seems to be empty, which is a little bit icky dicky. That guy seems to be stuck, so oh, we got rid of the spawn pad. There's a guy, Xerax. He's through the wall, and we got you. That's where we got to go, but this is the, this goes to the outside. We shoot him on the nose like that. Got him. Aha. And this is the room. See, we went round this way. When we come round this way, we've got this guy here. This, I think, is just goes up to the roof. I don't think, remember correctly, there isn't that much up there. Got a gold coin. Okay, so we got to go down there. One thing I do want to check is my armor. How's my armor stats? Reasonable. Right, so what I'm going to do now is we're just going to go back through the teleporter because we've got to unload all this stuff. Because this is one of the downsides with respect to that. So we've now cleared the top floor. We can go back down here into here. We should be in range of the ship, so we can keep that. We'll get rid of that. Put the ratatouille in there, the burger. What's this? Anti-radiation injection. I think we'll keep the anti-radiation injection because it's could be useful. The pulse rifle is we'll keep the pulse rifle. Antioxidant, that can go in the fridge. This comes under miscellaneous trade items. Personal weapons, we're certainly going to keep that. Keep the assault shotguns for the moment. That one's a bit damaged, but we can repair it. Oops, didn't get that. Didn't really get much in the way of general loot though, did we? That can go in the fridge so that we can see if we can make something nice for us, our crew. That's health. Food is 250. The dino stew is probably the kind of go-to when you're making food, because that gives us what, 90 health and 298 food. What's this? Against stuns. Well, we probably don't need that either. We don't need the gold coins. I suppose that can go under miscellaneous. And I think just to finish this off, what I will do is if I can find my MX5, what we're going to do is I'm just going to give you we're going to fly kind of in the direction of what's over here, just to see what defenses are available. So we found the secret base. There's a fortification there. And you see round here is all these fortifications, and these will have mounted turrets on them. So if I kind of fly round, keeping a reasonably safe distance, we don't really want to wake them up. Small pentaxid, so it'd be quite good, useful there. Yeah, so you can see that there's a ring of defenses around the outside, which you've got an anti-aircraft turret there as well. So they're not impossible. You see, so it's just fired at us. They're not impossible to destroy, but really we need rocket launchers on this ship to deal with turrets. The very small pentaxid. I wish I knew what we were shooting at. I think what we will do is just drop down and grab this small pentaxid deposit here. I'm seeing we're here. Okay, we're just gonna jump in here, grab this, snake this, because we are definitely outside of range of the okay, I'm just gonna push myself back in without radiation, and we will just dig out this pentaxid deposit. Generally pentaxid deposits aren't very big, so well, it's a lot bigger than what you'd get in Reforged Eden 2. Normally these are quite tight, but I think mining this out would be quite worth it. Okay, welcome back. We're just, I think that's about it. That's all right. A little bit left just there. I think that is it. So just to show you, 257 what we call it, and the ship's a little bit heavy, so that was a good find. What, just to finish, I think this is where I'm going to finish the video. What I will do is we'll just scoot over here and see what's in the way of resources over here that could be worth picking up. So come over here, got large estrum deposit. Right guys, this is where I'm going to leave it, because I certainly want this estrum deposit. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode, hope you found it interesting, and what I will do is mine out this estrum deposit off camera. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.